Hello, I'm Dr. Fred Templeman, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about proteins today. Protein is one of three macronutrients: protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Protein is abundant in meats, in poultry, in fish, eggs, dairy products, tofu, nuts and seeds, and legumes, which include dried beans and peas. Grains, some vegetables, and some fruits also contain protein, but relatively small amounts when compared to the other sources that I've mentioned. Proteins, whatever their source, are composed of subunits called amino acids. Some amino acids can be manufactured from other amino acids by the body. However, a few, in fact 8, cannot, and they must be obtained from diet or supplements. For this reason, they are called essential amino acids, and they include a subset called branch-chain amino acids, which are particularly important as muscle components. Now, protein is a part of every cell, tissue, and organ in the body. All the enzymes which regulate metabolism are also proteins. The body's proteins are constantly being broken down and replaced, and protein deficiency, either because of dietary lack or because of an inability to absorb enough of these macronutrients, has severe implications for good health. In addition to their innate value as structural or metabolic components, proteins are important because they help regulate digestion and metabolism and the actual metabolism of other nutrients. In one interesting study, 3 groups of volunteers were fed low, medium, and high protein diets, which contained about 950 calories more than they had been eating, and this was so that they would gain weight in every group. In the group on the low, meaning 5% protein diet, about 90% of the excess calories were stored as fat, while in the normal, meaning 15% protein group, and the high protein, meaning 25% group, only 50% of the excess calories were stored as fat. The normal and high protein groups also saw a significant increase in their resting energy expenditure, meaning just how many calories the body burns when it's resting. Now, this study has implications for our obesity epidemic because the standard North American diet is unfortunately high in carbohydrates and fats and low in protein. Succinctly put, you can eat more calories if you increase the proportion of protein in your diet. Now, a few words about the FAVAO proteins. Whey is the most efficient product. It comes from milk. It's the most efficient product with which to supplement protein. However, for vegetarians or those who are concerned about the intake of milk products, vegetable sources of protein can be used as supplements. Zango has an excellent whey-based protein product. They also have a vegetarian alternative which does not contain soy, because soy in North America is over 90% GMO, or genetically modified. A good reason, in my opinion, to avoid it as a food staple. Zango's product contains a balanced combination of pea, rice, and chia protein to provide a complete protein supplement without the risks of using GMO soy. Now, chia is a seed. It's not a grain. In fact, in pre-Columbian America, it was an important food staple. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and it's also an excellent source of fiber and calcium, as well as a source for some vitamins. Rice protein has been studied and shown to offer many health benefits, including improved fat metabolism and improved lean body mass ratio in consumers. Pea protein is hypoallergenic, and in combination with rice and chia protein, provides a complete amino acid protein source. Additionally, as it has been shown to lower cholesterol and triglyceride levels. So, whether you choose to supplement your protein intake with either the whey preparation or the vegetarian preparation, both of which, by the way, have been enriched with mangosteen, you'll be taking a step towards improved health by providing your body with a blend of complete proteins, including the crucial branched-chain amino acids leucine, valine, and isoleucine, to stabilize the body's calorie-burning process. Both products provide 13 grams of protein per serving, while containing less than 100 calories. Because of the addition of mangosteen, these supplements are unique in the marketplace. We're going to talk for a minute now about FAVAO fiber. The average American consumes about 15 grams of fiber per day, despite nutritional recommendations that men need at least 38 grams and women at least 25 grams. Because insufficient dietary fiber can cause bowel irregularity, constipation, and bloating, which can contribute to weight gain as well as imbalances in cholesterol and elevated blood sugars, this dietary deficiency really matters. Fiber comes in both soluble and insoluble forms. Both are important. Soluble fiber can absorb cholesterol and reduce its uptake from the bowel. It also interacts with sugars in the gut to slow their absorption so that spikes of blood sugar after meals are attenuated. Soluble fiber also has prebiotic properties, which I will touch on in a moment. Insoluble fiber provides bulk in the digestion process, which helps nutrients mix more thoroughly in the gut. As well, insoluble fiber retains water to help with regularity. It also slows down gut transit time, allowing for appropriate bacterial assistance in digestion, plus enhancing micronutrient absorption from the digesting food. This also provides a sensation of satiety after somebody has eaten a meal and doesn't want to eat again right away. The average American consumes about 15 grams of fiber per day, despite nutritional recommendations that men need at least 38 grams and women at least 25 grams. Since insufficient dietary fiber can cause bowel irregularity, constipation, and bloating, which can both contribute to weight gain as well as imbalances in cholesterol and elevated blood sugars, this dietary deficiency really does matter. Now, fiber comes in both soluble and insoluble forms, and both are important. Soluble fiber can absorb cholesterol and reduce its uptake from the bowel. It also interacts with sugars in the gut to slow their absorption so that spikes of blood sugar after meals are attenuated. Soluble fiber also has prebiotic properties, which I will touch on in a moment. Insoluble fiber provides bulk in the digestion process, which helps nutrients mix more thoroughly in the gut. As well, insoluble fiber retains water to help with regularity. It also slows down gut transit time, allowing for appropriate bacterial assistance in digestion, plus enhancing micronutrient absorption from the digesting food. This also provides a prolonged sensation of satiety after eating a meal, and anybody who's trying to lose weight will find that useful. The Zango fiber preparation contains a proprietary blend of 3 grams of soluble fiber and 2 grams of insoluble fiber per serving. Several types of soluble fiber, including psyllium, beta-glycans, pectin, guar gum, and oat bran, have been shown to decrease LDL, which is the bad cholesterol. The presence of both soluble and insoluble fiber is beneficial in regulating normal levels of blood sugar. Additionally, the fiber preparation contains both prebiotics and probiotics. Probiotics are beneficial bacteria which not only aid in food digestion, but which have antibiotic properties and immune-boosting effect as well. The probiotics in Zango products are Acidophilus, B. Fifidium, B. longum, and one variety of Rhamnosus. Probiotics exert some of their effect by fermenting indigestible carbohydrates. Indirectly, they can also help decrease the blood levels of cholesterol by modifying the digestion of dietary fat by deconjugating the bile salts essential for fatty acid digestion. They are also capable of producing enzymes or influencing enzyme activity in the gut in order to render the digestive process more efficient. Finally, mangosteen has also been added to the Zango fiber product. Many studies exist that suggest that the xanthones in the mangosteen may have numerous beneficial effects upon gut health. And once again, the presence of the mangosteen in the fiber product makes it unique in the marketplace. So, if you realize the benefits that fiber and probiotics can produce when used on a daily basis to assist the body in restoring and maintaining good health, you will appreciate what Zango and its researchers have produced. Before discussing the FAVAO Cleanse product, I will spend a few minutes to touch upon the detoxification defenses of the body. Unfortunately, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water we drink, and the products that we put on our skin are loaded with toxins harmful to the body. And even after we take all the reasonable precautions possible to reduce our exposure to toxins, we need to do our very best to bolster the body's defenses so that we do not fall victims to the diseases these toxins can cause if they are not effectively removed from the body. First, let's talk about the kidneys. Every 35 to 45 minutes, the kidneys filter all the blood in your body, and they attempt to excrete into the urine the toxins that have been circulating in the bloodstream. Now, the colon, or the large bowel, is also lined with cells that restrict the passage of toxins from the food and the water that we've ingested across the bowel. In fact, over half of the immune system cells are present in the gut as a first line of defense against toxin absorption and against the things which could cause infections. Finally, the liver is the body's largest organ of detoxification. It processes all the nutrients, the good things, and all the toxins, the bad things, which enter the body. It removes as many toxins through combining them with antioxidants as possible, and it does this without ceasing, 24/7. And the process by which it joins an antioxidant molecule with a toxin to make it water-soluble is a process called conjugation. When insufficient antioxidants are present to facilitate this process, or when fat deposits are being mobilized through dieting, the liver can be overloaded and become inefficient. It can even be severely damaged to the point of failure by toxins such as alcohol or many drugs. Just a word here about the toxins that have been stored in fat when the body hasn't been able to get rid of them. When toxins are stored, they are usually stored in the fat. When you're losing weight through fat reduction, you are putting these stored toxins back into the body's circulation, and therefore supporting the liver as it detoxifies the blood while losing fat becomes crucial. Certain botanicals, including the mangosteen, burdock root, buckthorn, and milk thistle, are particularly valuable in supporting the liver's detoxification function. Not only do these botanicals provide many of the antioxidants the liver needs in the conjugation function of detoxification, but they also provide elements which aid in the regeneration of liver cells when they are damaged or need to be replaced. The Zango Body Cleanse is a full body detoxification product. It supports all aspects of cleansing, from deep intestinal cleansing to liver purification. Such cleansing support can result in increased energy and efficient immune function, as well as aiding in weight management. The senna in the cleanse stimulates the bowel to promote evacuation. It is a natural extract of a plant that's been used for hundreds of years in India and also in Arabia. It is available over the counter in preparations that people can use safely to treat constipation, and it was the product that I recommended most often to treat the irregularity that sometimes is associated with pregnancy. In addition to stimulating the movement of the bowel, Senna inhibits the absorption of water in the colon, leading to stool which is more easily evacuated. So, as you reduce caloric input, become more active to consume more energy to meet your goal of weight reduction, it makes good sense to use the body cleanse to enhance the body's ability to remove toxins from stored fat and from the environment. Before discussing the FAVAO metabolic product, I want to spend a few minutes talking about metabolism itself. Metabolism is ultimately a collection of chemical reactions which take place within the body's cells, where the fuel and other elements in our food are converted to structural or functional cellular components, or the energy we need to power everything that we do, from moving to thinking to growing. In fact, millions of metabolic reactions occur every second, all regulated by the body to keep our cells healthy and functioning. There are two processes, or rather two interactive channels by which metabolism runs. These channels are called catabolism and anabolism. Catabolism refers principally to that process where the substances we need from food are disassembled during digestion into the components that our bodies require for energy production, structural repairs and regeneration, and defense against disease. Anabolism refers to the process of reassembly inside the cells, the putting together of the valuable elements from food into structural and functional units that the body can then use. All anabolic processes support the growth of new cells, the maintenance of body tissues and organs, and the storage of energy for use in the future. As the complex chemical substances in food are broken down in digestion and within the other organ systems of the body, the waste products, as I discussed elsewhere, are removed from the body through the liver, the kidneys, the lungs, the colon, and the skin. All of this is metabolism, or the work of living. This work of living goes on, even very vigorously, and even when we sleep. And the amount of energy or the amount of work that is done when we are physically inactive is determined by the energy consumed. This energy consumption at rest is called the basal metabolic rate. Several factors determine the body's metabolic baseline. These include your total body mass, the percentage of total body mass, which is muscle, your age, and your sex. Now, there are other intrinsic things, as yet unelucidated factors, which can cause two people, with all the above factors being equal, to have different basal metabolic rates. Metabolic rates, which are slower than average, are usually the result of disease. Thyroid disease is the commonest cause and is very prevalent in North America. For example, 1% of American women over the age of 50 become hypothyroid every year. A slow metabolic rate is characterized by weight gain or difficulty losing weight when dieting, fatigue, weakness, muscle aches or cramps, dry hair and skin, and an intolerance for cold temperatures may also indicate a slow metabolic rate. Mental symptoms can be present as well, and they can include depressed mood, irritability, loss of libido or sex drive, and even memory loss. Zango's metabolic product combines mangosteen, yerba mate, Indian poppy, cinnamon, mucuna pruriens, and chromium to provide appetite control, fat mobilization, and a healthy metabolism. Elements in their exclusive formula have been proven effective in both clinical trials and preclinical laboratory experiments, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Chromium has been shown to have a powerful effect in keeping insulin at the proper level to help regulate blood sugar levels within the body. It's been used, therefore, to treat diabetes. It's also been used to treat weight loss and obesity and depression. Chromium has also been recognized for its ability to help improve heart health, as well as to enhance cognitive function in the elderly population. The latest scientific research on cinnamon suggests that it has a prominent role in enhancing the activity of insulin in the body. Researchers are studying this aspect of cinnamon further as it may be a potential treatment for diabetes mellitus. Cinnamon has also been found to be helpful in the digestive system in breaking down fats. Along with these compelling health benefits, cinnamon also is known to have antioxidant effects in the body and has been shown to increase the circulation as well. Velvet bean, or using its scientific name, Mucuna pruriens, has been most commonly hailed for its ability to help regulate blood glucose levels. It's seen by some researchers and by some clinicians as a potential treatment for type 2 diabetes. Other purported effects of velvet bean include lowering cholesterol levels and reducing body fat. The Indian poppy and mangosteen, when combined, were tested in 3 clinical studies which took 8 weeks each, which were randomized and placebo-controlled. In other words, similar people received either the active ingredients or a look-alike inactive placebo. They measured several things. They measured weight circumference and they measured weight loss. They also measured in 2 of the 3 studies some blood ingredients which were indications of how effectively the body was burning fat. In the first 8-week study, talking about reduction in body weight, there was a 12-pound loss. In the second study, there was over 11 pounds on average lost by participants who took the active ingredient. And in the third study, there was a reduction in body weight that was 50% greater in the treatment group in comparison with the placebo group. Now, as we talk a little bit about waist circumference, in the first study, there was a reduction in the waist circumference by nearly 5 inches. Now that was reduced a little bit in the second study where they had a loss of only 4 inches on average. And in the third group where they measured weight circumference, there was a 70% greater drop in the active group than in the placebo group. And finally, when we come to the point of burning fat, how efficient was this product in increasing the body's fat burning capacity? In the first study, the fat burning capacity, which was measured by looking at a substance in the blood called adiponectin, and it was 4.5 times better in the group who had the active than in the group who had the placebo. In the second clinical study, they actually had a tremendous improvement over that performance because those who took the active ingredient showed 25 times the body's level of adiponectin in the placebo group. And unfortunately, in the third study, they did not do that blood work, so we cannot comment. But when you're looking at these results, when you're starting to consider how your body may benefit as you embark upon a course of weight loss and weight management, it only makes sense to include the Zango metabolic product in your regime.